Welcome, Aries, to a weekly timeless ghetto reading by Sapphire Queen 999. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're returning, then it's always a pleasure. I just want to remind everyone that these messages are general messages, that they are intended for entertainment purposes only, so that they may or may not resonate with you at this time, Aries. Also, these are timeless messages, so that these are messages that could have already happened, could be happening in the now, or could be yet to come. So, what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to pick up energies from your recent past. I'm going to clarify them from your present. I'm going to clarify them, and I'm going to pick up energies from your near future and clarify them. I'm also going to start each timeline with an oracle card just to set a mood. And at the end, I'm going to give you what I call the overall energy, which I read from the bottom of the deck cards. Today, I'm going to be using the Keepers of the Light Oracle. I'm going to be using the After Tarot, Tarot of the New Vision, and Españolas Barajas. Okay, so let's get right to it, Aries. So for your first card, you have Master Jesus, and it states forgiveness. It reads, you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. So what I'm getting out of this, Aries, is that, you probably were hurt, very hurt by someone. And in order for you to be able to move on and to be able to, liberate your spirit, who you are as a person, you had to let go of this pain or this rage or whatever it was that you were feeling towards this person. And you needed to, look into, I'm guessing maybe the divine for guidance so that they could show you, that it's brighter on the other side. They could show you how to love again, and they could show you how to release pain. And, by it saying that, Father healing is possible at this time, it's just telling you, to look up to Jesus and ask Jesus to help you heal. You know, he was the most lovable person in the Bible. Remember, his whole message when he came in, his whole message was to love thy neighbor. If they hit you on one side of the face, don't hit back. Turn your other face and let them hit you there too. Remember, he was all about love and peace. And this is what this card is telling you, like to, turn to him and ask him to help you. And not everyone that gets on your motherfucking nerves is worth the battle or the challenge. Not everyone's worth the energy. All right, so let's move on to your first three cards for the recent past. So for your first three cards, you have the Ten of Cups, and that is being followed with the Devil's card, and that is being followed with the Three of Swords. And what I'm getting out of this energy, Aries, is that, you were probably really happy in a relationship where you felt it was like familial. You felt that you guys could go into something. You see how the family's there. You got mom, you got dad, you got the kid, you got the little girl, the older child, and then you got the even the cat is there chilling. And then all the way in the back, you got your little hounds, a little stream that means propriety to me, that you guys are gonna be happy. And you got a whole bunch of stars, even a shooting star, because that yellow star is how I see it. Like that star is gonna just shoot. But then again, it could also be the sun, because remember the sun is a star. Okay, so all it tells me is that you were really happy with a past connection that you had. And with this Devil card, I'm thinking that you felt tied down to this person. You felt controlled by this person, or maybe you were doing some controlling and tying down of the person. Then again, I'm also getting that someone may consume illicit substances here, like drugs and get high and stuff, and addiction played a big role in this relationship. I don't know, maybe addiction is what had you believing that this was the person that made you happy, or maybe the other way around. Take it how it resonates. But yeah, I'm seeing some type of addiction here. And then for your last card, you have the Three of Swords, which signifies heartache, heartbreak, breakup, separation, pain. And that's what I'm thinking. You went from feeling totally happy with somebody, but due to the drug addiction that either you or them were, you know, ingesting in, it led to problems. Some problems that caused, a lot of pain and sorrow for this family. So for your next three cards, you have the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the Empress, followed by the Eight of Wands. And what I'm getting out of this is that, you probably spent a lot of time assessing whether this relationship was even worth moving forward with. With the Seven of Pentacles, you were there thinking, you've been putting in work, you've been putting in time, and now you want to know if this shit was worth it. And, because with this Empress, this is someone that you want to know if you're going to be able to have, that family that you desire up there, children, And with this Eight of Wands, what I'm getting out of this is that, and it's in reverse, you guys. So what I'm getting out of this is that, you never spoke to your person about this, or they never spoke to you. Whatever you guys were feeding in regards to this connection, they made y'all happy, but then had y'all worrisome or whatever, and had y'all analyzing whether the connection was even worth it. It was never really communicated to anyone, and no action was taken. Yeah, just stagnant there. And for the last three cards, we have the Star card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. And once again, in the Star card, someone was wishing. I'm thinking, you see how she's bathing herself, and when she comes out of that bath, she's gonna be anew. Like she's, how when you get baptized, you're reborn. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting out of this energy today. This person was wishing for this to, to start anew, and with the Five of Pentacles, this person, the other person, or I don't know, I'm thinking your person was probably feeding out in the cold. Because, or you were probably wishing for this person to leave the drugs and change their life anew, because they had you feeding out in the cold, and you no longer could fight for the connection. You were tired. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, that was you praying for them to baptize themselves and be born again, because they had you feeling really fucked up, and you were tired. You couldn't fight no more with the Seven of Wands in reverse. So let's move on to your present. For your present oracle card, you have Hope. It says love and acceptance, and it says love is yours. Let me get closer. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So that's a really nice card. And, if you, I'm thinking if you, I don't know, because you see that sun, that sun behind her, all that energy, that's all that really happy energy. And I'm wondering if, you're gonna learn to try to accept this person for their flaws and offer them so much love that, the love you give them and the way you treat them is what helps them change into the person that you want them to be, being that there's something going on here with that Devil card, and I'm picking it up like some type of addiction. That this person goes like to a rehab or a detox or something, and decides to make this change for you. But let's move on to your first three cards in the present time. So for your present cards, you have the Seven of Swords, followed by the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Three of Pentacles. And what I'm getting out of this energy, Aries, is that, I'm thinking that you chose to walk away from this person because you couldn't handle, even though they probably told you they were going to try to clean up for you because, you told them that you were tired, you don't want to do it no more. They were probably still doing that, going to meet and do that. And you see these people here, they over here chilling and what maybe, and I'm sorry that I'm going to be talking some shit right now, but that may be like a crack house and they all just there, chilling, talking about how they going to get high or whatever. Or then again, that may be the rehab and they're talking about their getting high experiences. But even though you feeling like they still playing games with you or whatever, you know, you're still looking bad because you're still hopeful that this person is going to make that change for you. And you see that little rope that's about to tie you down by your foot and pull you back into the connection, because you don't really want to leave this connection because you're already hopeful that maybe with the Three of Pentacles, maybe it's just, you know, you're hopeful that you guys are going to be able to reestablish a real union too, you know. But I don't know, because there's three people conversing, and I'm thinking that, you know, whoever's the one with the drug addiction is either discussing their next Let's Get High project, or they're discussing how, you know, how getting high got them nowhere. Didn't help them reach their successes. And then with another Three of Pentacles, it just shows me that, you know, you really wanna be part of this. You know, so let's say they did want to rehab, you want to be part of their therapy. You know, so let's move on to your next three cards. So for your next three cards, we have the Seven of Cups, followed by the Nine of Wands, followed by the Four of Cups in reverse. My cards were not shuffled in reverse, but they came out in reverse, so we gotta take them. You know, I try my best to be upright most of the time. You know, but it's not like I don't know how to read the reverse ones too. So let's do this. So with this Seven of Cups, you know, it just, I feel like you were just, you know, laying things out to your person. Like, you know, this is what I want. This is what I feel you have to do. And, you know, this is where I feel me and you could go or whatever. You know, and you have this person feeling like, damn, you really trying to tie me down with this snake, man. Like, you know, I want this, but come on, man. And you know, I'm not saying that I could relate to this person, but, you know, I do work in a certain type of field where I deal with people who struggle with addiction and stuff like that on a daily basis. And, you know, one of the things that they do need is structure when they're going through breaking their addiction. But they also need a little leash, a little leeway, a little time to spread some wings, because, you know, if you keep them confined and tied, that's gonna make them more depressed. And the first thing they think when they're depressed is, oh fuck it, let's go get high. So, you know, yeah, lay out what you want, because you should be able to lay that out to them. But, you know, don't make them feel suffocated by it. And with the Nine of Wands, what I'm getting is that, you know, this person is a warrior, man. This person has survived many other things, not just, you know, addiction, but they hopeful. They still wanna, you know, they still wanna be able to stay in the fight. And look, in this picture, look at who they fighting. They fighting a freaking American brown bear, a grizzly bear, some type of freaking bear. I wouldn't want to fight no freaking bear, but they went in to fight this bear, you know. But they just want you to understand that, you know, they come from the hard knock life. That's where they come from, the gutter. And, you know, they've been surviving this shit for years. They've been doing it for years. They've been surviving. And now you can't just come and want to, like, change, you know, transform them to something they're not, you know. And then probably threaten them with this Four of Cups in reverse with taking your offer, like walking away from them, leaving them alone. You know, that's not right. Once again, these energies could be reversed, Aries. So, you know, take it as it resonates. And if it is resonating with you guys, don't forget to press like, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring that bell and share my messages with other Aries. All right, let's move on. Sorry about that, but I just had to throw that in there. So with the Ace of Wands for your last cards in the recent past, you know, it tells me that you want to start a new beginning. You want to pursue a new beginning, or you know, your person wants to pursue a new beginning. And I'm thinking they want it with you with this, you know, with this Three of Cups. And you know, they want to move forward with that Chariot card. Because now they see, you know, or you seeing that, you know, this person, you know, you're breaking loose of the blindfold that had you tied, and you wanna, you know, be able to see what it is that this connection really means to you, and you know, and pursue it. So let's move on to your oracle card of the near future. So for your last oracle card in the near future, you have Mahavatar Babadi. I have no idea what I just said, but it means soul expansion. And this is the first time I pulled this card from this deck, even though I've used this deck several times. And it means your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. So what I'm getting out of this card is that you're learning how to relate to all kinds of people, not just the people that you're used to being around. So this person that you've been dealing with, this person's different from you. And they're probably the one with the addiction now. Now with this oracle cards a little more clarity. So, you're never probably been used to dealing with someone who may have had an addiction. And, it's telling you that your mind is expanding. You understand what this addiction means, and I'm thinking that they want you to go in with an open mind and probably an open heart too. All right, so let's move on to your three cards. First three cards of the near future. So your first three cards in the near future, you have the Justice card, followed by the Three of Swords, followed by the Seven of Cups in reverse. And like I said, none of my cards were shuffled in reverse, but as they fell on that table, it sure did fall that way. So I kept them because you never know. So what I'm getting out of this Justice card is that, this person, was already feeling really fucked up by the way that you were treating them, especially when you discover that they were different from you and that they had, certain things, certain diseases that they were battling with. And, they they took it. You know why? Because they felt they were deserving of that type of abuse coming from you and many other people who treated them that way, because they were nothing but a drug addict. At least that's how they felt. And they use that energy to continue to keep getting high. Why? Because they were hurt and heartbroken by the treatment they received in their in their life. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, it's telling me that they weren't giving many options in life besides, like whenever they went and faced an issue, they weren't given many options of someone to go talk to, or how to try to solve the issue. The only option they knew was go get high. So let's move on to the next three cards. So in the next three cards, you have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Swords. And with the Queen of Wands, she's someone who is a true queen, because she's on top of her game. She's smart, she's savvy, she's creative, she's fun, she's beautiful, she's spontaneous, but she's also quick to slap you too if she have to. So the energy I'm getting out of this is that, this is you, Aries, feeling, on top, feeling, all these feelings, of who you are, and you got this sunflower in your hand because you're trying to find happiness. But with this black cat near you, it just shows that there are, there's some darkness that follows you. And I'm not meaning darkness like black magic type of shit. No, I mean just like, like you too got clouds. And what's causing you the clouds is this person. Because, even though you want to invest into this person, just the fact that they, do the things that they do and they're not able to cope correctly, makes you also want to turn your back on them. See how y'all both turning your backs on each other there? Because, you feel that you still haven't taken the time to really learn addiction, and what I'm getting out of this is that you feel that, that every time they get mad, I'm going to go get high, that you feel that that's some childish, ignorant, dumbass behavior. But, you got to understand that some people don't know how to cope. And with this Five of Swords, it just shows me that, either you guys are going to walk away from each other, or you're going to be very conflicted, a lot of issues. And I'm telling you, this is not going to help your person at all, Aries. So let's move on to the next three cards. And the next three cards, we got the Strength card, followed by the Strength card, followed by the Five of Cups upright, And what I'm getting out of this is that, you're going to try your best to be strong. And, he or she's going to try their best to be strong. But you guys are going to walk away from each other. Y'all going to walk away from each other. You see how y'all turning your backs on each other there? And with the Five of Cups, it just shows, it shows the separation. It shows the abandonment. It shows someone feeling depressed and sad and lonely. Maybe both of you guys are feeling that way. And what scares me the most is for your person, because here goes this person up here, which is, now that we're up close, we see is a statue, but that's just like, for you see, and then they got these demon, dragon clouds around them. And all I'm thinking is that, your person, when you and them broke up, they went straight to go see that drug dealer. The drug dealer, look at the snake about to bite your person. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right, so let's move on to the overall energy with the bottom of the deck cards. So in the bottom of the deck cards, you have the Shekinah, Sacred Self Oracle card, which states, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And what I'm getting out of that is that, sometimes you need to loosen up a little bit, Aries. You can't take everything so freaking serious, And from the reading, I think that, with this person, maybe this is not your cup of tea, but, you got into this connection. You were feeling something for this person, and you should have been a little bit more supportive of their addiction, because addiction is a disease. I just want you to know that, I work with addiction. I grew up around addiction, and I know it's a disease, and not everyone who has an addiction is a bad person. There's a lot of great people out there that just got drug habits. They just didn't know how to cope. Somewhere in life, they lost it. And, you need to keep in mind that when you spit up in the air, that shit tends to fall right back on you. So, you never know if that could be you tomorrow, your mother, your son, your daughter. So, I just think that you need to think about karma too, all right? But go ahead, dance with the rhythms of life. If that's how you feel you had to go, swing the other way and leave this person, then, you do what you got to do. I ain't mad at you, because at the end of the day, it's what's best suits you, And with this Three of Cups, it just shows me that, you came and you gave this person union. You gave this person love. You showed them what it was that they wanted, only to, become no longer interested and move on to whatever other options were there for you. And at the end of the day, this reading still ends happy, because you still at least ended with a new beginning towards love. So this is what I have for you guys this week, Aries. It's a little conflicted, this message. I don't know. I hope that, if y'all are going through something like that y'all can at least try to be a little more attentive to this person. But, at the end of the day, tough love goes a long way too. Okay, so this is what I have. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, press like. If it didn't, then, you take what you got out of this. You leave what you don't. Press share. Hit it, share this video with someone who may be going through something similar like this. And, subscribe to the channels, because I always have a lot of different readings every week. And the energies change every week. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and stay up to date with the readings. All right, you guys, it's always a pleasure. Take care. Bye.